Welcome back to Pink Turtle Soaps. For today I'm making a eucalyptus and spearmint soap. I'm super excited because I've been looking forward to this fragrance forever. While I haven't used this fragrance oil before, I did know going into it what it smelled like, and I fell in love with it the first time I smelled it. It's very icy, very minty. It's definitely something for those of you that like something a little stronger. In this container I have all my oils. They're melted down to about 91 degrees. And in this container I have my lye water, and it's sitting at about 81, so they're just about 10 degrees within each other. Fahrenheit, of course. I'm here in the US, so it's Fahrenheit. So our very first step is to pour the lye water into our oils, never the other way around. And then I'm going to use my stick blender to blend it together till we have a nice blended soap batter. Alrighty, so we are just past the emulsion phase. You could keep stick blending it and it would get thicker and thicker, but I don't like for my soap to be too thick initially. That way I know that I've allowed myself some time as far as mixing in the colors and the fragrance and all that, so I like to keep it pretty fluid. As far as splitting it off, I'm going to do a little bit of back and forth. I'm going to do two smaller containers here. Let me get it in the camera shot for you. And then in this container I'm going to add soap that I'm going to color white, and after I color this container white I'm then going to split this one off into two of these containers here. So in this first container I'm adding blue vibrance, and it's a really pretty bright blue. It's very versatile. You could add some titanium dioxide to that and make it a really pretty light shade of blue if you wanted. In this next one over here I'm adding Caribbean blue, and it's a really pretty light blue. It's sort of a couple shades up from this. And into this larger one here, I'm adding some titanium dioxide to make it a really pretty white. And so now I'm going to give these a really quick blend. Now I'm just going to scrape down these 2 cups here, make sure that all that color is nice and incorporated. And then next I'm going to take this white and split it off into 2 more smaller containers. Okay, so my next step is to add the colorants to these, but I'm adding just the tiniest amount. I'm adding sky blue into this one. When I say tiny, I mean teeny tiny. And into this one I'm adding green vibrance. It is starting to thicken up, these whites are, so I'm going to go ahead and mix those in with a stick blender, and I'll bring you back when it's time to pour it into our molds. Alright, so that fragrance oil seemed to cause some severe acceleration. Not really sure why. I did let my soaps cool down more than I typically do. And for these 2 blue colors, it didn't do it as bad, but with that titanium dioxide, it's like really thick. So I'm going to do my best to get these in before they are too thick to pour, and then I end up having to scoop it out. So all of my soap is scooped out. I went ahead and skipped over that part because it takes quite a while. I think we managed to get everything in the mold before it was too thick to do anything with. I think that it's going to be pretty swirly on the inside, to be honest. While I'm not going to add glitter to this soap, I am going to top it off with a silver mica just to help tie in that sort of icy, cold, minty feel that this soap really gives you. My pump actually just got clogged, so I'm going to have to do this manually and very carefully sprinkle this on. I'm just using a little wooden stick to do this. And you will see the silver start flying all over the room. That's what happens with this silver mica. Alrighty, so I think that we're finished. All I have left to do now is clean up the edges a little bit, and I'm going to spray it down with some rubbing alcohol just to help prevent any soda ash from forming. I'll come back to check this in about 24 hours, and if it's ready to cut, I'll bring you back and we'll start cutting up the bars. So we're back the next day to cut up this soap, and the longer that it set, the more it started looking like an ice glacier. The green really came out. Sometimes when you first use a green color, it doesn't show its true color. Sometimes it goes a little olive or a little bit darker, but that green color definitely pops a lot more. Definitely pops against the blues. I'm going to cut this end bar. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I'm definitely getting the icy feel that I was trying to go for when I was picking out the colors that I wanted to use. And there you can see the silver mica, which helps make it look a little more cold. And the colors fit the fragrance perfect. There's the back side of the bar. Looks really, really cool. Cut off one more. That looks so cool. I'm really excited about this one. Let's go ahead and cut up the rest of the loaf. If you would like to claim a bar for yourself, these will be available at pinkturtlesoaps.com April 1st at 8 a.m. Be sure to like and subscribe. I put a new video up every single Wednesday, so there's always new content coming around. If you click the little bell icon, you'll also receive a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.